Thank you very much for your testimony, Carol. Pat, go right ahead. Red light means it's on.
Pat Ford, Coalition Radio Network. Just to follow up on a couple of the claims made today. The ship has sailed. Cannabis is available readily, virtually in every aspect of Rhode Island society. As one speaker pointed out, I believe it's about a 15% usage rate, one of the highest in the nations. I want to talk about California because no one's really talking about the largest implementation of legalized cannabis, and it's really complete failure on a large scale. I'm just going to quote very briefly. Voters passed a law in 2016 making recreational marijuana legal. Today, the vast majority of the market remains underground, about 80 to 90% of it, according to experts. Because that 2016 law gave municipalities the power to ban weed as they see fit, the majority of cities and counties still don't allow the sale of cannabis, inhibiting the growth of the legal market. In places that do allow it, the limited availability of licenses, expensive regulatory costs have put the legal market out of reach. And many of the people of color who are considered entrepreneurs who were supposed to benefit have actually ended up losing money. Does this sound familiar? Meanwhile, consumers remain confused. The problem is this. Anyone who wants to get cannabis in this state can. They can do so at a market price. The beneficiary of having state-sponsored, if you will, cannabis is that it will be regulated and safe. That's the advantage, and there is a cost trade-off to be had for that. But at the same time, if you're losing 80 to 90% of the market because of the confiscatory taxes placed on cannabis by the state, then consumers will simply rebound to the underground market and continue to buy from the relationships they've had in many cases for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And police departments across the state are powerless to do anything. They've never been able to really contain it. It exists everywhere. So legal cannabis is, in fact, safe cannabis. It will, at least given the testing of some of the fine companies who are here today, will prevent, if you will, the bastardization of the product. So it's time to understand that the free market will reign despite whatever you want to do here in Rhode Island. And the free market requires a fair price for a clean product, just like any other consumer-driven product, just like the sale of alcohol. If you make it difficult, if you make it inconvenient, if you make it expensive, you will fail. And the private market will continue to supply cannabis at a high level. And in some cases, as the young woman just mentioned, some of it will be dangerous. Regarding the sale of medical cannabis, we tax medical cannabis, which is an incredible insult and affront to the citizens of Rhode Island. This program was put into place simply to give folks an efficient, safe, clean, regulated place with dignity to purchase a healing medicine that for many people that I've seen over the years testify, because I've been here a long time, all right, that for many people gave them dignity, in some cases in their failing years. As Ellen testified, it is not reimbursed, but the great affront to them is that it is in fact taxed. In the state of Rhode Island, we tax people who are dying. We profit as a state off of people who are dying. We need to stop that. And it's an opportunity right now as we reevaluate all the laws regarding the sale of medical cannabis to remedy that grotesque injustice that's taking place right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pat.